Welcome to the long-awaited Week 4 of the BTFL. We have the Milwaukee Warriors at the Boston Eagles. Mervin Fernandez comes back from injury, as well as Rick Fenney on the Warriors. Dave Craig starts out with the ball, no pressure in his face. He stands back there, delivers it deep to his formerly injured receiver, Mervin Fernandez, and he walks into the end zone for the touchdown after diving for that catch. Dan Marino's turn, throws it down the right side to Mark Clayton, his receiver at Miami Dolphins, and this is a Jeff Jager field goal that's made after the drive stalls. Next drive for the Eagles, no pressure in Craig's face. He throws it again to Mervin Fernandez. He's having a coming out party, making it into Warriors territory, deep into Warriors territory, but Craig makes a mistake. He throws an interception to Carnell Lake, which is a huge gut punch for the Eagles, and Dan Marino would take advantage of this, running out of the pocket, throwing down the right side to his favorite receiver, Mark Clayton, and then he would get into Eagles territory, throwing it again. Diving catch to Mark Clayton for the touchdown. The Warriors take their first lead of the game, up by 4 points. Johnny Bailey would get the ball in the flats and go whoop, whoop, around Warriors defenders, making it yet again into Warriors territory, and Dave Craig would make yet another mistake, throwing it down the left side to Randall Hill, but it's intercepted in the end zone. You can't have those to kill a drive. Dave Craig, he needs to make up for that play as he throws the rainbow to Randall Hill, and he could go all the way, but he doesn't. Ernest Biner bums it in for the touchdown. Next drive for the Eagles, they have the ball inside Warriors territory already, and Biner is waiting in the end zone wide open. Dan Marino's got to get points on the board as he gives it to Mark Clayton, and Jeff Jager would knock in a field goal. It's a 7-point game, but Dan Marino makes his first mistake of the game, throwing the ball, intercepted by Ronnie Lott, and that would lead to a Dave Craig touchdown pass to Mervin Fernandez. He's back from injury, and he's having himself a game, as this would lead to a win by the Boston Eagles with a score of 33-13 after that fumble, and the Eagles are 3-1, Warriors are 2-2.
Baltimore Bulls and the Cleveland Cardinals. The Bulls quarterback Eric Cramer, we would see all of it on this opening drive. He has had a hot and cold season, and he begins this possession with a big strike to Irving Fryar, but then on the very next play, he throws right into traffic and is picked off by Don Griffin, his first interception of the year. With just over 2 minutes to go in the first half, the more consistent quarterback on display today, that is the Bulls' Eric Cramer, he drives them into the red zone, and then former Raiders Super Bowl champion Marcus Allen finds the end zone, and our score is 10-0. Late in the second quarter, he goes deep again, does Eric Cramer, and puts them inside the 30, and then this run from Russell puts him deep into the red zone before Jason Hanson is pulled late in the first half on the field goal, and our score remains 10-3 as they could not convert. After the turnover, Cramer, with 6 touchdowns to no interceptions this year, well, he fires his first of the season right there, but with a terrific all-around football team, it doesn't matter. The Cardinals get the ball back, and Marcus Allen wills this Cleveland offense into the end zone. They've got it done on both sides of the ball this year, and the undefeated Cleveland Cardinals march into the end zone again. This is the pitch to Marcus Allen, who scores from 5 yards out, 17-3, and the Cleveland Cardinals would simply rout Baltimore in the second half. Allen goes down, but it doesn't even matter. The man averaging over 6 yards a run, he leaves the game, and that 4th-ranked defense picks up the slack. Big passing play here to Irving Fryar, who breaks away inside the 15. This field goal from Hanson is no good. Score remains 17-3, but the defense buckles down yet again. A terrific all-around performance by the Cleveland Cardinals. Barry Ward reels in his second touchdown of the year, and Cleveland knocks out Baltimore 27-3.
Washington Generals got their first week of the season last week. Let's see if they can get a second one against the Lightning, but they're going to have to deal with Steve Young, giving it to Gary Anderson over the middle. He's tackled around the 20, and Steve Young play action fakes, rollouts, and he gives it to Gary Anderson for the touchdown. It's a 7-point ball game. Lightning get the ball back, Steve Young, he used his arm on the last drive, and he's going to use his legs here as he gets inside the 20. This would be a field goal make by Pat Leahy. It's a 10-point ball game. Lightning get the ball back. Steve Young throws it deep down the left side to Sean Collins, gets tackled at the 5, and Neil Anderson with another touchdown. The Generals are already going for it on 4th down, and Drew Bledsoe is incomplete over the middle, and this gives Steve Young back the ball as he roll out bootlegs, using his leg to about the 15-yard line and gives it to his running back, Neil Anderson. He bums it in for the touchdown. Steve Young drops back, gets the ball back for the Lightning, throws it over the middle, jumping catch by Gary Anderson. It's a 31-point ball game. Last-ditch effort for Drew Bledsoe. He throws an interception to end the game to Todd Light. 38-0 goes the Lightning, and the Generals don't get that 2 consecutive win. Detroit Mustangs visit the Monsters in the Midway. The Chicago Chiefs play action fake by Jim McMahon as he throws it over the left side to Alonzo Highsmith as he whips around defenders. And then Jim McMahon would play action roll out again as he'd fire it over the middle to Art Monk. And Art Monk gets it inside the 5-yard line, and Tim McGee would bum it in for the touchdown, but Stravovsky, he would miss the extra point. It's no good. Cody Carlson's turn. He throws it down the left side to touchdown Eddie Brown past midfield, and then Cody Carlson would fire it down the right side. The rainbow to Anthony Carter. It would be a touchdown. Score is tied, and Kerry Blanchard misses the extra point. It's no good. Next drive for Cody Carlson. He throws it down the right side again to his favorite target, Anthony Carter. And then we'll get the ground game started. Flip to the left side to Otis Anderson. He whoops around defenders. Matt Millen makes the sack, as well as Jim Morrissey. 3rd down for Cody Carlson. He rolls out of the pocket. He gets sacked by Jim Morrissey again. This would lead to a Kerry Blanchard missed field goal. The game is still tied 6-all. Jim McMahon with nothing in his face. He fires it down the right side to his tight end, Farrell Edmonds, as he makes it into the red zone. But McMahon would throw it down the left side to John Taylor, the Hall of Famer. It's a 7-point ball game. Cody Carlson loads up. He throws it down the right side. It's intercepted by Mike Carrier. Mike Carrier fights his way close to the 45-yard line, but Jim McMahon plays hot potato as he throws an interception, and he sucks it up. Kirby Jackson. Cody Carlson needs some time. He needs to get a touchdown. Throws it down the right side. The jumping catch by Anthony Carter. It's a 1st down that moves the chains. Cody Carlson loads up over the middle to the tight end Ron Hall, and he pushes his way inside the red zone. Cody Carlson in the red zone inside the 10, throws it to Rod Bernstein, waiting in the middle of the field for the touchdown. Cody Carlson gets the ball back for the Detroit Mustangs, but he plays fast and loose as Mike Carrier gets another interception. This would lead to a Stravovsky field goal. It's 16-13. Rod Bernstein of the Detroit Mustangs gets the ball up the middle, and he pushes through defenders. Get off me, but he gets injured. And he would be replaced by Kelvin Bryant at the fullback position. Jim McMahon, he's got a little more than 2 minutes on the clock, gives it to John Taylor for the final drive. He gets tackled at around the 41-yard line, and Jim McMahon, ice in his veins. Art Monk dives into the end zone for the touchdown. That's the walk-off touchdown as Chicago wins 23-13. Both teams are 2-2.
Philadelphia is looking for a win on the road in Cincinnati, where Cincinnati has Ricky Watters returning from injury. Wilson is covering Joe Montana, is looking for a pass, throws it, fires it to Michael Hayes. Wide open cross midfield. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Stopped on the 28-yard line. Soon after, Wilson throws another pass wide open to Michael Hayes for the touchdown. Philadelphia takes the lead. Cincinnati's unable to put points on the board, so Wilson is taking over once again. Throws it to Mark Carrier across midfield. He's at the 30, stopped on the 18-yard line, and soon after, Wilson throws the ball to Michael Hayes once again for the touchdown. Mark Ripien is looking for a pass play, but unfortunately, it was intercepted, and not long after, Barry Foster runs it in for the touchdown, 21-0. Cincinnati needs to make a comeback, but he gives the ball to Ricky Watters as he's running cross midfield, gets past the 35, stopped on the 32-yard line, and soon after, Ripien is backing away for a pass play, throws it to go, but unfortunately it was intercepted by Oliver as he's taken down shortly after. Wilson is looking for a pass, throws it, completes it to Horton as he's crossed midfield. He's at the 40, stopped on the 35-yard line soon after for another pass play. Wilson backs away as he throws it to Johnson, but it was intercepted by Cook. Ripien is looking for that momentum. He's looking for another pass play, backs away, throws it to go, and he catches it, gets past the 30, then settles it for a touchdown by Ricky Waters. Welcome back. Barry Foster is looking for a run play, runs right through the line, but the game was fumbled and is struggling down the field. It's recovered by Cincinnati. Cincinnati's got the game alive. 4th and 1, snaps the ball, gives it to Ricky Waters. Another touchdown. Cincinnati gets another shot, gives the ball to Gil Finnerty, the fullback, plows right through the line, gets the first down, close to the goal line. Ripien looks for a pass, and he catches it to Gil Finnerty once again, ties the ball game as the game gets closer. Cincinnati once again has the ball, but he's sacked, causes a fumble, and is recovered by Philadelphia. And soon after, Wilson makes a pass, completes it to Carrier, regains the lead 28-21. Cincinnati's unable to take over, so Philadelphia once again takes the ball. Wilson passes it wide open once again to Michael Hayes as he runs it in for the touchdown. Extends the lead 34-21. Ripien backs away, looks for another pass, throws it, tries to keep the game alive, but it's almost intercepted, but it's caught by Derek Walker for the touchdown. What a catch! This game is getting unbelievable. Unfortunately, he kicks the ball and it was no good. They try to onside kick, but it's recovered by Philadelphia as he's still running.
Get stopped on the 34-yard line.
Wilson looks for a pass, throws it, completes it to Johnson, gets past the 20, stopped just under the 20-yard line. Wilson looks for a pass, he gets through the line, throws it wide open to Hayes for another touchdown as he dropped the 40-point. Ripien is trying to keep the game alive, looks for a deep pass, completes it to Galt, close to midfield. Once again, Ripien backs away, looks for a deep pass, throws it, completes it to Fernity. Oh, but he fumbles. It is recovered by Philadelphia Spirit, recovered by James Hasty. And the game comes to an end, 49-27. Philadelphia dominates Rampage as they try to keep the game alive. The game was great, but unfortunately, Philadelphia comes out with this one, going 4-1.
Despite not having Joe Montana this game.
We have a tale of two Hall of Fame quarterbacks, the Rebels and the Wildcats, starting out with Jim Kelly, surveying the field, throwing it down the left side to his fullback, Anthony Thompson. Anthony Thompson uses those wheels, gets close to midfield. This would be a made field goal by Chris Jackie. It's 3-0. Harold Green gets the handoff down the middle and then goes down the left side, whooping around defenders, making it close to the 25-yard line. And Warren Moon surveys the field, but he throws an interception in the end zone. That's a drive killer, but we'll leave it up to Thurman Thomas. He's using the wheels, getting it into Wildcats territory, but after the drive stalls, Jackie hits the field goal. Warren Moon, he makes up for that interception by throwing it to Bat Moon Rising twice on the same drive, and he could go all the way for the touchdown. Bad Moon Rising puts the Wildcats up by 1 point. Not to be upstaged, Jim Kelly throws it deep to Sean Dawkins, making it to the 15-yard line of the Wildcats, and Andre Reed with the post over the middle. It's a 6-point ball game. Warren Moon, he has the ball at the 50-yard line. He throws it deep down the right side to Bob Moore, and Bob Moore's got the touchdown. It's a 1-point game for the Wildcats. Andre Reed, he's continuing his excellent season with the Rebels, catching the ball over the middle, and Jim Kelly surveys the field, throws it down the right side in the corner of the end zone. Wide open is Sean Dawkins. It's a 6-point ball game again. Warren Moon throws it down the right side to his tight end, Mark Boyer, and no one's in his stratosphere. He's got the touchdown. Warren Moon and the Wildcats get the ball back. He throws it down the left side to Harold Green, and Merrill Hodge inches his way for the touchdown, but the extra point is no good. Handoff to Thurman Thomas. They need to get the win, but he fumbles. It's recovered by Nesby Glasgow, and Charlotte wins 27-20.